Did you know we live on a planet full of secrets? That's right. Secrets buried beneath our feet, hidden underwater or lost deep in the jungle. Entire cities forgotten by time, waiting to be rediscovered. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. Welcome to Pharaoh Code, your passport to adventure. Here we uncover mysteries, explore the unknown, and bring the past back to life. Today, we embark on a journey to search for lost cities, those rarely mentioned in history books, or maybe only in the footnotes. Get ready to travel through time and space and to ask yourself, how did they build things like this? Let's begin. Number 10. The Lost City in the Amazon, the secret of the Hanging Gardens. You probably think the Amazon is just a vast jungle with a few isolated tribes living off hunting and gathering. Well, think again. A recent discovery changed everything. In the region of Banos, Ecuador, archaeologists found a massive city hidden beneath dense vegetation. This city, several thousand years old, includes plazas, roads, irrigation canals, and platforms, one of which is 140 meters long and 40 meters wide. Imagine a soccer field and a half right in the middle of the jungle, and all of it was built long before the pyramids of Egypt. To give you some perspective, we're talking about prehistoric times here. This discovery proves that the Amazon wasn't always a green desert. Advanced civilizations once lived there, capable of building incredible structures, but how did they do it? That's the mystery.
Archaeologists used a remarkable tool called LiDAR, a three-dimensional scanning technology that reveals what's hidden beneath vegetation. That's how they identified the remains. Many had said it was a lost cause, that large civilizations never existed in the Amazon. But clearly, we must always trust our intuition. And maybe this is just the beginning. We now plan to explore surrounding areas. Who knows what we'll discover next?
Number 9. The astonishing Angkor Wat, hidden in the jungle. Have you heard of Angkor Wat? It's a massive temple complex in Cambodia, so big that it holds a Guinness World Record as the largest religious monument in the world. It was built in the 12th century and is a masterpiece of Khmer architecture. The Khmers were the ruling people of Southeast Asia at the time, with a powerful empire. Angkor was their capital, and Angkor Wat was the crown jewel, a temple dedicated to Vishnu, one of the principal gods in Hinduism. But what we see today is only a small part of the full city. Around the temple was a vast metropolis, larger than Paris, with hundreds of thousands of inhabitants. They had an incredibly advanced irrigation system with canals and reservoirs that spread water throughout the city. Then in the 15th century, the city was abandoned. We still don't know exactly why. Maybe the soil was exhausted, or there were wars or epidemics. Either way, the jungle reclaimed the land, swallowing the city and leaving the temple like a jewel in a green shroud, just like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. But this is real. Number 8. Derinkuyu, the human beehive. Do you like tunnel stories? Then you'll love Derinkuyu. It's a complete underground city in Turkey. Imagine a beehive, but for humans, tunnels, rooms, and levels carved out over 2,000 years ago to protect inhabitants from invaders. The area was frequently invaded, so locals came up with a brilliant idea: hide underground. They dug and dug and dug until they built a city capable of housing 20,000 people, complete with almost every comfort. Stables for animals, food storage, water wells, ventilation shafts, and even wine presses to keep morale high. What's even more amazing is how smartly it was designed. Massive stone doors to seal off entrances, a ventilation system to prevent suffocation, and even a school for teaching children. This city was used for centuries as a refuge during wars and invasions, then forgotten until one day in 1963, when a local man discovered it by accident while searching for his runaway chicken in the basement of his home. As they say, always follow your chickens. Today, part of Derinkuyu is open to the public, and it's truly impressive. Number 7. Orvieto, the city of 1,000 tunnels. Let's stick with the tunnel theme, but this time, we're off to Italy. Orvieto is a city built on a hill with a well-kept secret, a hidden network of tunnels dug by the Etruscans. The Etruscans were the people who lived in Italy before the Romans. They were masters of metalwork and art, and apparently of digging too. In Orvieto they carved more than 1,200 caves, connected by passageways, a true maze under the entire city. They used them to store food and water, but also as places of worship, or as refuges. There are even traces of ancient Etruscan rituals, offerings and sacrifices to the gods, mysterious and fascinating. What's incredible is that these tunnels remained a closely guarded secret. Only the locals knew about them, and they used them for centuries, including during World War II, when the tunnels served as bomb shelters. Today we can visit them and feel like real explorers, just for a little while. Number 6. Özkonak, the city with smart traps. We're back in Turkey. Apparently the Turks are masters of underground cities. This time we're in Özkonak, discovered by a farmer in 1972. Again, as they say, beware of farmers. He wondered where the water he poured into his field was going, so he dug, and found a room underground, then another and another, until he uncovered a complete city. This city could hold up to 60,000 people across 10 levels connected by tunnels. It even had a clever communication system, pipes used to speak between floors like an ancient intercom. Most surprising of all, they set traps for intruders. Holes above the tunnels were used to pour hot sand, or boiling oil according to some accounts, onto attackers. Not exactly friendly, but definitely effective, and we wouldn't want to be in the invader's place. We're still in Turkey, in Kaymakli, another underground city in the same region. This city is connected to Derinkuyu through a tunnel that's 8 kilometers long. Can you imagine that? 8 kilometers underground, either on foot or on a donkey. It definitely wasn't a quick trip. Archaeologists believe this tunnel was used as a communication route between different underground cities, like a subway system, but without trains or strikes. Kaymakli had everything necessary for daily life: stables, kitchens, sleeping quarters, food storage rooms, and even workshops for crafting copper tools. These ancient people were incredibly organized. They thought of everything, well, almost everything, because there were no toilets in Kaymakli. At least not toilets as we know them today. They had a system, but we don't know exactly what kind. It's one of the mysteries that still needs solving. Number 4, Heracleion, the Egyptian Pompeii. Now we leave the tunnels and head toward the sea, the Mediterranean Sea to be specific. Off the coast of Egypt lies a sunken city, Heracleion. It was once a major port in ancient times, a hub for trade and exchange, full of temples, statues, and houses. Then one day the sea swallowed everything. Perhaps it was an earthquake or a tsunami, we don't know for sure. What we do know is that Heracleion vanished beneath the waves, just like Pompeii was buried under the ash of Mount Vesuvius. But Heracleion remained hidden for centuries until underwater archaeologists discovered it in the year 2000. Since then, they've been exploring the ruins and retrieving stunning treasures, giant statues, jewelry, and everyday items. It's as if time froze under the sea. Heracleion truly is the Egyptian Pompeii, a city frozen in time, telling a story that's thousands of years old.
Number 3, Actun Tunichil Muknal, the Cave of the Crystal Skeleton. Next we head to Central America, to Belize, to explore a very special cave, Actun Tunichil Muknal. It's a hard name to pronounce, but remember it, it's a sacred cave of the Maya. The Maya were a highly advanced people, with deep knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. They built pyramids and temples, but they also practiced some rather strange rituals, including human sacrifice. Inside Actun Tunichil Muknal, archaeologists discovered human skeletons, including the famous Crystal Maiden, the skeleton of a young woman whose bones have become covered in calcite over time, making them sparkle like crystal. It's both eerie and fascinating. This cave was a sacred space for the Maya, a site for rituals and prayer, where they believed they could connect with their gods. Today you can visit the cave, but only with a guide, and with great care. It's a fragile archaeological site that must be preserved.
Number 2, Wieliczka Salt Mine, the Salt Cathedral. We change the scene completely now. Our destination, Poland, and the famous Wieliczka Salt Mine. This mine was in use from the Middle Ages all the way until 1996. It contains more than 300 kilometers of tunnels carved out of salt, with underground lakes, chapels, and statues, all made of salt. Even the chandeliers are made of salt. It's like walking through the set of a fantasy movie. Think Lord of the Rings, but real. What's even better is that it's open to the public. So if you ever find yourself in Poland, don't hesitate to visit. It's truly unforgettable.
Number 1, the underground city of Naours. And finally, we return to France, to Naours, a small, quiet village in the Somme region. But under this peaceful village lies a well-kept secret, an underground city, carved during the Middle Ages to protect people from invasions. It contains over 300 rooms, connected by miles of tunnels with stables, wells, churches, and even bakeries. These bakeries had a smart chimney system designed to release smoke without being detected by enemies. Residents could live underground for weeks, waiting for the danger above to pass. This underground city was used as a refuge for centuries, even during the World Wars. During World War I, Australian and British soldiers took shelter here. They left writings and drawings on the walls, messages and artwork that still bear witness to their time there. And that, my friends, concludes our journey around the world to lost cities. I hope you enjoyed this adventure and that it sparked your curiosity to learn more. If so, join the Pharaoh Code community. Subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit the like button. Most importantly, tell us in the comments which city impressed you the most.
See you soon for more incredible discoveries.